For anyone that has been living under a rock and is unfamiliar with Chronic Victory podcast, how do we find you? Where do we find you? Share your screen. Show me. Give me a visual.
All right. Where do you find me? Can you see me?
I can see you.
Got all this? All right, let's go here. So I have, wow, I just got really bright from this, but that's all right. Instagram. I'm pretty active on there. I don't like to let the notifications interrupt me and distract me, so I don't get it on my phone, but I check it throughout the day, send me a message, follow, and all that good stuff. Facebook, got one of those. We all know what that is. Chronic Victory Podcast. I'm on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, basically any podcast platform, unless it's some weird small platform that I've never heard of before. But you can pretty much find me anywhere, and it's free to listen. So you hang out with me anytime. You got some pain insomnia, you want to start thinking, you want to go for a walk and listen to something. I got a lot of, what am I up to? 39. So the next episode will be my 40th. The first one started a little slow, but that's because I was just a guy in a rough place in his basement, and it develops from there. We learn and we move forward. But I would encourage anybody to, join me in this fight.
And I would encourage anyone to join you as well, because it's been a real crutch to me.
Good. And that's right. That's the mission, is like, I have to fulfill the mission of true support and keeping people in the fight. And you're gonna find hopefully some different things that you might not have considered before. You're gonna hopefully find some new knowledge.
Yeah.
But yeah, join me. Listen to the podcast. Send me a message. Consider me as an ally. If you'll have me, I'm willing. So I'm ready and I'm prepared to battle with you. So you don't have to necessarily feel alone all the damn time like I used to. So Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and what's that?
What is that?
So I haven't shared this with anybody. I figured this would be a good time. I have a store on Redbubble, Chronic Victory on Redbubble. I have different designs. This is more, it's more important to me. So the way I explain this is, when I was in a really dark time, there were things that I saw that motivated me, inspired me, changed the way I think. And I wanted to bring those with me. So when I go through something bad again, I can look at that visually and think, no, like, I got this. And so I had different concepts in my mind about what I wanted that to look like. For example, I'll just go into the podcast logo. And so the goal of this is, again, it's not for profit. The goal of this is, if there's something you could take with you and carry it and remind yourself that you're stronger than you think you are, that's what it's about. Look, I even got a nice blankie there. So if you want to snuggle with my podcast.
Everyone needs a blankie. Everyone with fibro needs a blankie.
Probably my favorite is the water bottle, because we all need to stay hydrated. That's key. Mm-hmm. Oh, there's also masks now. So, yeah. And I was talking to you about this before we started too, is that there is a small markup, but again, this is because I take any Patreon. So check this out. I got a Patreon. Yeah, Patreon. So any money that patrons donate, or anything earned by merchandise, goes into a pool for the show, which pays for the monthly podcast fees, the music licensing. There's some other fee that I can't think of right now. But then what it does is it gets recycled into the community, where I can give stuff away to people. I can conduct giveaways. I literally buy supplements and things, and if I see somebody that needs it, I message them, hey, do you want this? This is why I think you should take this. This is what works. I will mail it to you.
Yeah.
for free.
You've had examples of CBD oil and compression kit as well, haven't you?
Yeah, there's just 2 people yesterday that I'm going to send compression gear to. They get to pick it out. So Wild Theory CBD sends me a free bottle here and there, and I'll give it to somebody. So this is not me collecting. You know, if it becomes something where like we're gonna, and this is what I've talked to you about this privately, where it's like I want to get to the point where it's mentoring. And maybe that's the part where I'm going to have to, because it's sacrificing more time than I would have to start charging. But the podcast is free. The things that do cost money at this point are recycled back into this community for people that can use it. And that's kind of my, I guess, the charitable work behind it is like, this isn't for me to just like have a million different compression socks and like 30 bajillion bottles of this for me, which would be awesome. It's to get the word out there. Like there's tools and things that we could help to be better. And if you're like me at all, and you had something like this logo on a shirt, like I'm wearing one of my shirts now, right? Illuminated by pain. And I go out and I go for a walk in that. And when I want to start to quit, like I just look down and be like, I just remembered like why I'm out here in the first place. So I'm going to get back after it and go do what I need to get done. Right. And it doesn't matter if I pass out on the sidewalk and I wake up in the ER, as long as I did what I had to do to fight and win, I already won. So I'm hoping that any of this kind of stuff that people might be able to relate to. There's 5 designs right now. There's a 6th in progress that has to do with Fibro face off. Yeah.
Facing off.
Yeah. But if there's something, this is for you to take with you and to that you can use to attach to, right? To keep you in that fight. It's all part of the mission.
Wear that badge of honor.
Yeah. And I love when people earn that pain warrior or that chronic illness warrior status instead of just give it to themselves, right? Like if I didn't practice what I preach and I didn't go out there and suffer, I wouldn't listen to me. I wouldn't buy this crap, to be honest. But when I see people attached to something or they get into it and they own it, right? They don't just say, I'm a pain warrior, I'm a mom, but it's like, why are you a pain warrior? Okay. It's like, I'm not looking for people to justify who they are, but when somebody's out there earning that status, that to me is something that I personally like thrive on. And I love to see. That's why I think that's the only reason I've stayed on Instagram, to be honest, is when I see somebody actually getting it done.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I have so much respect for people like that. And if there's something I can do or say or provide to help with that, to help maintain that person, that's what this is right here that you're looking at. So I hope that makes sense.
Love that. So have you got stationery on there as well? Because I've got uni starts in October. I'm going to need to stock up on notebooks.
I do.
Good.
My let's see. There's this design I really like.
Love that.
The mechanical wolf somehow just became like.
Those are my colors. I love it. Yeah. There we go. There's my notebook.
Boom. Personally, I love to write. So anything I can put my own thing on a notebook on, it's like when you start to doubt or you get fatigued, you're just like, why am I even doing this anymore? Am I even impacting somebody? And then I slam the cover shut and I look at that. It's like, all right, I know what I got to do. It's just it's such a nice reminder for me personally. Like I like to have objects or symbols that I can look at to remind myself to stay focused, to get done what needs to be done in daily life. You know, that's how I use it. You could also just use it for a notebook to write. So it can be as simple as the functionality of it, or it can be symbolic.
Yeah.
For me, it's symbolic because this is very personal to me. This is a personal battle for me.
Love it.
If anybody has, Oh yeah, I should talk about this, shouldn't I? Should I talk about this? So if anybody has, if you're like me, I get it. Like you have, Beth said I get it too, so I'm going to take her word for it. But you're paying for appointments. You're paying for extra stuff because of what's going on with you. So I don't expect a lot of people to just start throwing money at Patreon. But if you do have the resources, please consider, because that, like I said, this all gets recycled into the show and the community that supports and is behind the show. And once you become a part of that community, you're a part of that too. So there are things like the Inner Circle, which is a Discord channel. You stay connected to me personally faster, and the other people in that group who are great and can support you, give you encouragement, advice, information, anything you could use to benefit yourself. That's there. That's $1 a month. I think it's pretty cool. And I only have room for 50 more. I'm not going to explain the other donation things, but you get a little bit of swag that I have. And something that's new for me, I don't consider myself a coach, but I have a mentor program that I'm just starting. I can only take about 4 more people because I'm working with somebody else right now. And this could be a one-time $15 a month thing. It could be not. I'm a dad. I'm a husband. I also have other things going on in my life aside from this. This is my mission, yes. But I had to put a price on this that's a little higher, $15, to kind of make it worth sacrificing my time. I hope that's understandable to people. Yeah. But also that money's getting recycled, so it's not really like I'm pocketing that, if that makes sense. So this is just me kind of being a mentor for you about, I don't have the time to tell everything I've been through. If you want to learn more about me, maybe listen to the show before you even consider this. But if this is something that you could benefit from, talk to me. I'm pretty flexible, reasonable. This is not like you're signed up for a year kind of thing. This is really simple. So just check out the Patreon. It has what it is, requirements, pretty simple. Your effort, your dedication, your participation. I hope people would not expect me to just solve problems for them. That's not, yes, I can solve problems or give you ideas, but I need that participation. I need somebody that's ready. Why am I qualified for this? I was PTO, police training officer, which is a school that I went to, got a certificate from that. I took a life coaching essentials course, got a certificate from that. Telecommunicator basic and telecommunicator advanced are things that I had in law enforcement that were trainings that made me a better communicator. I could train people to answer 911 and pick up on certain cues that could help people be safe and get a faster response. So I'm using all the stuff I learned from that and then all the trials that I've been through in personal life to sort of put out in this regard, I guess you could call it. And then obviously there's a disclaimer. So if you try to sue me, you're going to get screwed. But
try me.
Yeah. But yeah, also I say even here, like now that all the scary language is out of the way, please know I'm a reasonable man. So just communicate with me. If you have a concern, question, whatever, like emailing me and messaging me and you, Beth, it's free. And we love that stuff.
Yeah.
And you meet a lot of cool people and people that really give you a new perspective or like different ideas and spread knowledge. I love that. All that's free. So this is just like if somebody's looking for the extra, if you're at that point. And then this is also something a little new. I thought would be neat because back, when I was having those dark moments, if I could pay somebody $20 or $25 or whatever to make a podcast about my specific situation, I think that would be a cool thing. So that's what I'm doing. It's you, like, basically you pay this $25. I'm going to make there has to be a price on that too, because I'm limited per month what I can use for hours. So I will make it about your situation, whatever it is that you want me to talk about, 30 to 60 minutes. And that's something that you can keep forever because I intend to have the podcast up there forever. So for instance, if you're podcast number 52 and you are having, I don't know, let's say it's done in like 2 years from that date, you're having a really bad time. Well, it's my mission and my goal to have delivered so well that you can reflect back on podcast 52 anytime you need until the day you die, so that you can realize your potential, that you're a badass, and this is how you're going to get stuff done. And so that's something I hope that is worth $25 that you can take with you for the rest of your days. So I sound like a salesman right now. I don't really like that, but this is the reality of the situation I find myself in. I do have a YouTube channel, believe it or not. I don't know if you know this. Yeah. Not very popular, but that's okay. It's just like kind of motivational stuff that I take from some of my personal writings.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully get people to get that spark lit under people to take some action. And those kind of videos are kind of cheesy. But when I was in a really bad place, especially with PTSD, that stuff that other people made actually really helped and was really comforting and really kind of got my head in the game. So if I can deliver on that, that's the purpose of those. There's only a few of those right now, but yeah. I
forgot you're on YouTube. I had come across some videos. I think at the point that I was discovering and understanding my PTSD, I think I came across you on YouTube then and watched. There was like, I feel like there was a black and white video that's on there. Is that right? Am I remembering that right?
I think so. There's part of it, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, across.
Yeah, I don't want people to. Yeah, that's right. I'm all over.
Yeah,
I don't want.
Right, you got to be like. There's far too many. One day they'll put them all together on one channel.
Yeah, there's so many people selling stuff.
They all share the money out between.
Yeah, there's so many people selling things too. I don't want to be seen or confused as like a salesperson, because I'm not. I don't even have that background. All I've known for the last decade is public safety related work and police related work. So I think if I went into that job, I would probably not be good at it. I don't know if I'd even be good at it, but I don't want people to confuse me with like, hey, I'm selling this thing, because I'm really, the only thing I'm selling, I guess you could say, is the mindset, and that's free. So, yeah. But there's also those things like if you're in a really good financial spot, you want to take something with you, by all means, get some.
Love it. Any closing words, David?
Yeah, stay in the fight. Get it done. And I know, and on a serious note, my closing words are thank you so much for being my friend and for having me on here. And you said it means a lot to you. I think it means more to me, honestly. I'm grateful to have met you. And you have bad days, but you're a force to be reckoned with. And this is just the beginning. I hope you're really excited about what you're doing. And anybody that wants to talk to me, I'm open, I'm real, and I'm available, and I exist for you until even after I stop existing. Hopefully somebody maintains the podcast up there online on the interweb. So hopefully use me while you got me. And if you don't need me, that's fine too. But I hope somebody takes something from this and just implements that into being a better person and being a little more patient, taking that step back and getting perspective. But yeah, thanks for having me. It's been awesome. I was pumped about this for the last week. You got my hype up, and I couldn't be more thankful to even just be here and talk to you. And even though we've never met in person, you're across the globe. We all have a lot in common, a lot more in common than we think. And it's just been great knowing you. There's a reason I've had you on my podcast multiple times. I'll say that. So thank you.
Yeah. Check out episode 24, 25.
Is it 24 and 25? Yeah. And isn't it their third one? Because we did a two-parter, and then there was a different one. So I guess you could call it 3. There's 3 different podcasts. Your name's on them. Find Beth's name. Search
CVP, Beth and Collier. But thank you so much. I truly am grateful for your existence, your time, your friendship, and your advice.
Always.
I'm so pleased that you are my first guest on Friends with Fibro. Felt right. Thank you very much.
Honored. This is strange enough. This is my first interview that somebody's done on me.
I'm so happy that it was me doing that. It's about time someone put the man behind the mic on the hot seat.
And I like to talk, so I might. I don't know. Great. I never used to. I used a short answer and then leave it, but now it's like I'm so excited about this stuff because it's now I finally found who I am. Right. Mm-hmm. It only took 30 years to get here, but
worth the wait.
It's exciting. Yeah, it's exciting to me. I hope other people are excited too. There's a lot to be excited for. It doesn't always have to be bad all the time. So, Fibro Face Off, look out for that 6th design on Redbubble.